Good afternoon. Welcome to everyone who is here with us for the awards of the 2022 Small Business Champions Initiative. This is a successful continuation of last year's Digital Champions for Small Business Initiative, which had 4 inspiring winners. I am delighted that the MSME Group and its partners, the ICC and the ITC, choose to make the initiative annual. This year, our initiative aims to respond to the urgency for actions to address climate change by supporting small businesses, or MSMEs, as they are often referred to transition to more sustainable business practices and contribute to global decarbonization. Businesses of all sizes, including MSMEs, need to play a role if we want to limit global warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius. Entrepreneurs are needed to catalyze the sustainability innovations needed to reduce our carbon footprint and to mitigate the devastating consequences of climate change. A recent report by the WTO Secretariat using Meta's Global State of a Small Business Survey has found that small businesses are indeed worried about the impact climate change has on their businesses. SMEs are willing to innovate to reduce emissions, but face key barriers, such as high operating costs and lack of knowledge of decarbonization practices. This is why the theme for this year's 2022 Small Business Champions Initiative, helping small business transitions to a more sustainable economy, could not be more timely. We were very excited by the interest we received in this call for proposals and by the diversity of applicants and initiatives. Nearly 20 applications were received from all corners of the world, which made for a challenging but inspirational selection process. Before going forward with the distribution of the awards, let me invite my fellow small business champion partners to say a few words, starting with ITC Deputy Executive Director, Dorothy Timble. Dorothy, please, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Ambassador, and always a pleasure to join you in championing this cause, as I am also very excited to have Crispin Conroy join us on this occasion, which, as you rightly pointed out, is one that is seeing the second year of its application. I am very, very excited to be joining you today for the announcement of the winners of the Small Business Champions Initiative. Personally, I think we should be championing organizations who support small businesses in their green transitions every day, because each and every day we have very innovative ideas coming on stream and very innovative projects, and indeed, in so doing, many other things coming along with that. Looking back, these past few years, the growing challenges related to climate change that confront businesses, especially small businesses in developing countries, have been devastating. The recent flooding in Pakistan comes to mind and reminds us of the stark reality that the economic consequences of climate change are really real. I believe that by bringing small businesses into the global green economy, we are not only helping them grow, but also helping them trade and become resilient. We can help small businesses survive and thrive for the next economic shock. So moving to a greener and more sustainable economy is not just a good cause to fight for. It can be a great business opportunity. And in each difficult situation, there's always that silver line, and indeed, that is one that is coming our way through that opportunity to create business for many of the small players. As shown in our SME Competitiveness Outlook 2021 on empowering the green recovery, small businesses can rebuild from COVID-19 pandemic so that they are better prepared to face the looming climate crisis. And I wanted to draw your attention to the 20-point green recovery plan that is contained in this report, mainly focused on fostering small businesses that are competitive, resilient, and environmentally sustainable. We at the International Trade Center remain very committed to supporting green initiatives. We are creating a global movement for trade that is truly inclusive and sustainable. It is our mission to seize the opportunities of a green business transition and mainstream sustainable development through all our project efforts. All this is underpinned in our Green to Compete strategy. I commend today's winners for their tremendous effort in enabling entrepreneurs to become sustainable in their business practices and reduce greenhouse emissions. And through these efforts, also creating employment and job opportunities for the most vulnerable groups. The International Trade Center is very happy to be a part of such a great initiative and to be supporting the winners as much as we can in finding success in their innovative ideas and projects. I know I should not be keeping you any longer because I know we're very, very keen to hear who has won. So, Ambassador, thank you so much, and back to you.
Thank you very much, Dorothy, for these thoughts and messages. Let me now invite ICC Permanent Observer and Ambassador to the United Nations in Geneva, Crispin Conroy, to say a few words. Crispin, please, you have the floor.
Thank you, Ambassador Cancela, and also Deputy Executive Director Tembo for your remarks and also for your partnership on this initiative. I'd also like to take this opportunity to thank you, Ambassador, and your team for the important work that you're doing on with the MSME Working Group. And also thank you for your willingness to engage with ICC and other business stakeholders. We are very pleased to have had the chance and continue having the chance to bring business perspectives to the work of your group and to share your outcomes with our global network of over 45 million companies in over 130 countries, many of those companies being MSMEs. And Deputy Executive Director Tembo, Dorothy, as you're aware, ITC and ICC signed an MOU in December last year to better structure our collaboration. I'm on the MOU Coordination Committee with your ITC colleagues, and let me assure you that the collaboration is increasing on many fronts, not just in the digital, but also access to information for MSMEs and in climate and circular economy, as well as trade and gender. I'm very pleased to represent ICC today, alongside our partners, to announce the winners of the initiative. As the global business organization and institutional representative of many MSMEs the world over, ICC is committed to working with you and other partners to support initiatives of this kind. For the second year running, this initiative has helped highlight and celebrate creative and impactful projects that show the resolve of the MSME community to address some of the most pressing issues of our time. This year, the initiative is focused on climate and environmental action, an area where MSME's active engagement and contribution is absolutely key if we are to achieve ambitious environmental and sustainability targets. Because of the sheer weight of MSMEs in the global economy, we need to make sure that small businesses can actively support our collective commitments towards a more sustainable future. There is, of course, need for greater action, but there is also an ever-growing commitment from MSMEs of all sizes, in all regions and in all sectors, to deliver on the green transition. And what we see is that small businesses, far and wide, are overwhelmingly eager to take action and make a difference. Crucially, more and more small businesses are becoming aware that opportunity and sustainability are two sides of the same coin. They understand that environmental action can help ensure long-term resilience and success. But what is also clear is that taking action is not always straightforward. Research has shown that up to 90% of small businesses feel that they face barriers to taking climate action. A few months ago, ICC launched the ICC Small Business Champions Network, an informal advisory group that brings together MSME leaders from different sectors from all regions. Through our discussions and activities, we've seen firsthand the trade-offs that small businesses often need to make on a daily basis to remain competitive. And the lack of resources, be it technical or financial, often poses a real challenge to combining purpose and profit. And with governments and large businesses increasingly exploring measures to reduce their environmental footprint, there is a real risk that as MSMEs do not have the capacity or the capital to adapt their business practices to ultimately fit the future opportunities. This is precisely why ICC is taking forceful action to support our MSME community in this challenging but critically important transition. In this context, ICC believes that to deliver on the promises of a more sustainable future for the small business community, we must focus on three key requirements. Firstly, a sustained multi-stakeholder engagement and collaborative effort between the private and public sectors to create an enabling environment for MSMEs, an environment that is conducive to meaningful change. Secondly, the continued development of innovative business solutions that can help MSMEs transition to more sustainable business models. And thirdly, ongoing awareness raising of the critical importance of this transition, of the risks of not taking action, and of the benefits of sustainable models. The stakes are high, as are the expectations. But the Small Business Champions Initiative has highlighted once again that with sustained public-private collaboration and innovative solutions, we can empower MSMEs to take the lead in greening the economy. On behalf of ICC and the global business community, I want to congratulate the winners of this year's initiative, and I want to thank our partners, WTO and ITC, for our continued engagement on this important topic. ICC looks forward to working with all of you, including this year's winners, to build a more sustainable and prosperous future. Thank you.
Thank you, Crispin, for these remarks, and thanks the two of you for your commitment and cooperation with small businesses. Well, now for the moment we have all been waiting for. Out of the nearly 90 applications we received from around the world, I'm happy to announce our 4 2022 Small Business Champions. We have selected 2 winners and 2 runners-up for this year. I will switch now to French to announce our first winner. The
Professional Association Accompagne Valeur Expertise Conseil from Benin. AVEC is an independent network of private and public stakeholders which aims at supporting MSMEs by bolstering their capacity to act for sustainable development, which contributes to improving their socio-economic impact as well as professional impact. This project has been selected because it is very solid and its objective aims at bolstering the capacities of MSMEs in Benin to reduce their carbon footprint and optimize their energy consumption. AVEC's proposal aims at supporting 600 MSMEs from the food sector in Benin to design and implement a carbon footprint reduction strategy over 10 months. As the winner of this contest, AVEC from Benin will receive technical support and visibility as well on all the platforms involved, the ICC-ITC and the MSME group from WTO. Congratulations to everyone involved. Mr. Youssoufou Daouda-Labo, thank you for being here. You have the floor.
Youssouf Daouda-Labo, Vice President in charge of the consulting platform of the Professional Association AVEC, standing for accompaniment, values, expertise, and consulting service. On behalf of my team, I would like to express our gratitude to the Informal Working Group of the World Trade Organization and its partners, the International Chamber of Commerce and the International Trade Center, first of all, for the Small Business Champions Initiative, and secondly, for being part of this 2022 awardees. The Professional Association, AVEC, is an autonomous network of private and public actors which has its headquarters in Benin in West Africa with representations in other African countries. It is an operator of skills in a multi-sector field. It also intervenes in fields such as education, agriculture and environment, renewable energies, social action, business administration, mechanical and electrical engineering, and also communication, in order to support the initiatives of micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises and those of civil society organizations through the reinforcement of their capacity for a sustainable development of their initiatives, contributing, therefore, to the positive improvement of their socio-economic, environmental, and professional impact. Our project, which has been selected as part of this initiative, focuses on the implementation of strategies to reduce the carbon impact and energy optimization of MSMEs in Benin, since it's a major issue for the entire world, where decarbonization objectives, meaning the reduction of carbon dioxide emissions, are becoming more and more important for companies and a criterion of choice for customers. Therefore, to support these small manufacturing industries in the process of decarbonizing their production, we plan to strengthen the resilience of these small industries with a large carbon footprint through the application of good practices that can enable them to reduce their carbon impact and to improve their energy performance in order to boost their competitiveness and meet environmental challenges. At the end of our project, at the end of its implementation, the targeted micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises will have improved their knowledge regarding industry decarbonization processes. They will have defined their decarbonization strategy, and they will have been assisted in the implementation of these strategies to reduce their carbon footprint. To sum up, this project is in line with the adaptation and mitigation measures of the harmful effects of global warming in order to preserve the environmental balance and the well-being of the population. Thank you so much for this award.
Merci et encore félicitations.
Merci.
Thank you and congratulations again.
Our next winner, the Tanzania Chamber of Commerce, Industry and Agriculture, with branch offices across all 26 regions and 120 districts in Tanzania. TCCIA is a private sector organization that offers a range of services, including advocacy, international trade facilitation through issuance of certificates of origin, business planning, coordination for events such as trade fairs and trade missions, and business networking and training, among others. Tanzania Go Green Project presented a comprehensive strategy for raising awareness among businesses and policymakers about the difficulties that MSMEs encounter to decarbonize their production, become more sustainable, and leverage sustainability transitions to participate in international trade. The project includes two components. The first component aims to undertake 3-day capacity building workshops on green production for 50 MSMEs in each of the 8 regions of Tanzania. The second component seeks to conduct a summit with over 20 MSMEs, policymakers, non-for-profit entities, and international organizations, which will showcase best practices and the way forward in the transition to a green economy. Congratulations to everyone in this project. Mr. Nebat Mwabwele, please, you have the floor now.
Thank you very much for this announcement. It's my pleasure to have this chance to speak to you. I take this opportunity to thank and to commend the effort that is initiated by World Trade Organization, International Chamber of Commerce, International Trade Center. I really appreciate for the initiative that you have started to, first of all, to design this project and to think about the environment, knowing that Tanzania, being one of the African countries with an emerging economy, has attracted so many carbon emissions through industrial production. But what we are saying is that through this project, we think the footprints of carbon are going to be reduced, if not minimized at all. But we think that through the Go Green project that we are proposing to implement, it's going to bring a lot of great impact to our micro, small, and medium enterprises. As we said, we indicated in our project proposal that the project is going to benefit the small and the medium enterprises in Tanzanian mainland, knowing that our country is a united Republic of Tanzania, which includes the mainland and Zanzibar. I would like to share with the congregation that we also considered our colleagues from Zanzibar, which is part of the United Republic of Tanzania. So this project will not only benefit the Tanzania mainland, but also will benefit Zanzibar, where, as the explained earlier, that we expect to reach out to about 400 micro, small, and medium enterprises, comprising of 50 small and medium enterprises from each region. That makes a total of 400 combined from both the mainland and the Zanzibar. But at the end of the project interventions, we expect to have a green production summit, which will comprise of over 200 micro, small, and medium enterprises. And this will include government officials that are directly related with greener production, environmental protection, and decarbonization. Also, we are intending to invite policymakers from various categories. We are also intending to invite international organizations, including development partners, but also the small and the medium enterprises themselves. They will take part to this summit. At the end of the project, we intend that the carbon footprint in Tanzania will have reduced by a large amount. But the knowledge that we are going to leave behind, we think will be sustainable, and that can be also transmitted to others who are going to share knowledge. So let me take this opportunity to thank you once again, all the organizers of this event, and to thank the International Chamber of Commerce, to thank the International Trade Center, also to thank World Trade Organization for considering this initiative, which actually is going to benefit us a lot and is going to impact the world, especially our country. As I said earlier, that we are not free from carbon emission. So decarbonization is paramount to our sustainability and the economic development at large. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you and congratulations once again. And now we go for our first runner-up, Inclusive Trade Limited from the United Kingdom. Inclusive Trade is an eco-commerce marketplace for sustainability vetted business. Inclusive Trade's global community brings together sustainable MSMEs, conscious consumers, ethically driven businesses and industry stakeholders to create shared value for a sustainable future. Through the project, Global MSMEs Verified for Impact, Inclusive Trade aims to support efforts to eliminate greenwashing and enable transparency across value chains by enhancing the process of bidding and verifying MSMEs for sustainability impact globally. The project intends to make accessible a self-assessment verification toolkit to MSMEs and to train them for measuring and reporting on their sustainability, so they are able to commence on their trajectory to becoming the green companies of the future and to start actively participating in global value chains. Inclusive Trade will be awarded publicity for their project through the various channels of the sponsors. And so, very good friend of this group, we all already know, Rupa Ganguly, congratulations on your proposal. You are welcome to take the floor.
Thank you very much, Ambassador Cancela, and my deepest regards and sincere thanks. First of all, thank you very much for having me, and my sincere thanks to the WTO, the ITC, and the ICC for having recognized the efforts of inclusive trade and in fact awarding us this runner-up position. It's my absolute honor today to be here as literally an alumni, if you like, of the process of building MSMEs and international trade for development over the last 20 years of my life, where at various points, of course, I've had the deepest honors of learning and having inputs, in fact, and guidance on developing products and tools for MSMEs across the world through the support from ITC and, of course, the WTO, where I first started my internship more than 20 years ago. Our project, first and foremost, Inclusive Trade, was built to, in the very first instance, to try and create an inclusive world where we said, why not, with every single thing you purchase, why shouldn't we have positive impact? And positive impact, literally, it's about defining what that means. It's about then being able to measure it, benchmark it, and then proceed on to becoming better at it. And what better way to start than looking at the smallest and small businesses across the world, MSMEs, where the large majority of the work, in fact, supports their local value chains, which in fact could have a huge impact on supporting global, the global trajectory towards the net zero as well as the social impact we're looking at. So through our marketplace, we've already supported we've already reached about 4,500 beneficiaries across Asia, Africa, and Latin America in supporting them to, in fact, reach global markets and, sell their products as well as showcase their profiles. But what we want to do is actually a lot more. That's just the tip of the iceberg. Through our project, Inclusive Trade Verified for Impact, Global MSMEs Verified for Impact, Inclusive Trade intends to go ahead and provide a self-assessment toolkit. We've learned across the way that by supporting MSMEs to become more self-aware and have the tools to be able to verify their own impact, I think that's the way forward. And our team together over here has put together a few proposals for MSMEs and potentially partner networks to take on board so that we could potentially see a huge impact which escalates and it's not reliant only on a few MSMEs that we can touch upon directly. So through this project, we're focusing on literally looking at the challenges such as not being able to show the provenance, not having the transparency of the value chains, being able to support MSMEs in proving their social impact, their environmental impact, their gender impact, and finally giving them a badge or a certification that goes to prove it. Now, all of this is linked to the UN SDGs, so we're not trying to reinvent the wheel and trying to create yet another system, because I believe it is about using what we have and taking that and building really those blocks to make a bigger outcome. So through this project, we are looking at reaching about 100 plus MSMEs, in addition to the ones that we already work with, and potentially many more beneficiaries across the world, in supporting them to, in fact, have some training in how to look at their value chains, their own supply side, as well as being able to communicate that message across globally. through Inclusive Trade and our networks, we're really, really delighted to be part of this initiative. And most importantly, we hope that through this network and through this recognition, we're able to spread the message and really, really support MSMEs to become a part of that whole global network moving towards net zero. So with that, I just want to say thank you once again for giving us this opportunity, and we look forward to collaborating with all of you in the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you once again for your innovative and well-conceived proposal. Last but not least, I would like to announce our second runner-up, Sidley Austin's Emerging Enterprises Pro Bono Program. Sidley Austin's Emerging Enterprises Pro Bono Program was established in 2012 and has provided quality legal services to plus 200 impact-driven businesses, NGOs, and trade associations across more than 55 developing countries. In collaboration with key allies and partners, the Emerging Enterprises Pro Bono Program also contributes to strengthening the entrepreneurial and social innovation ecosystem by providing trainings and capacity building workshops to enhance the legal skills of entrepreneurs, government officials, and business associations. The program will consist of a 4-part workshop series for MSMEs to unpack the key legal issues for implementing green business practices, scaling up sustainability, having access to green finance, and engaging in carbon neutral business transactions. The workshop series will provide a practical approach to tackling these issues and will be tailored to enterprises in developing countries and with limited resources. Sidley Austin's Emerging Enterprises Pro Bono Program will be awarded with publicity for their project through the various channels of the sponsors. Nicholas Lockhart, congratulations. Please, the floor is yours.
Hello, everybody. I'm a partner at Sidley in Geneva, and with several colleagues, I run our Emerging Enterprises Pro Bono program. I'd like to say a big thank you to Ambassador Kinsella and to the organizers of this award at the ICC, the ITC, and the WTO. We're really proud of the support that we offer small businesses, and we're honored to be chosen as a runner-up for this year's Small Business Champions Award. It's also a privilege to share a platform with the other award winners. This is a special year for our program, not least because of this award, but also because we're celebrating the program's 10th anniversary. We created the program to provide free legal services to small businesses operating in developing countries. To qualify for the program, businesses have to contribute to the UN Sustainable Development Goals with a social and/or environmental impact in their own communities and possibly far beyond. As the ambassador just mentioned, we've supported more than 210 clients across 55 developing countries. And 2 of our focus areas have been small businesses developing green technologies and also women's entrepreneurship. And we've assisted dozens of clients in these 2 areas. We've also enlisted the support of our paying clients like Airbus and Pfizer to add to the program's capacities. The true stars of the program, though, are our pro bono clients themselves. And I'm constantly amazed by the creativity of small-scale entrepreneurs and what they can bring to the challenges of meeting sustainability. Let me share an example. So we recently assisted a Nigerian ag technology company called Hello Tractor, which has created an Uber-style app for tractors in rural communities. So the app connects smallholders in need of tractors with tractor owners. And the company now operates in 18 countries across Africa, Asia, and the Americas, servicing more than 500,000 farmers. To win this runner-up spot, as the ambassador just said, we've committed to hold a series of workshops for small businesses to unpack legal issues key to implementing green business practices. More specifically, we're going to cover the legal aspects of the circular economy, carbon credit markets and finance, climate risk insurance, and barriers to environmental goods and services. And our goal is to provide cutting-edge legal training on novel topics to small-scale entrepreneurs that would not otherwise have access to training of this type. And we will also endeavor, as the ambassador said, to tailor that training to the needs of low-resource entrepreneurs in developing countries. We're very much looking forward to the workshops, to working with the ICC, the ITC, and the WTO on them, and more generally to continuing our commitment to small businesses as key stakeholders in a just and inclusive transition to a global green economy. Thank you very much again to the ICC, the ITC, and the WTO for this award.
Congratulations to all of you once again, and big thanks to all the participants in this initiative. To close today's ceremony, I would like to give now the floor to Mr. Eloy Lauru, who would share some words on behalf of the WTO Director General, Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, who would have been delighted to join us today, but she had to attend other commitments. So, Eloy, please, the floor is yours.
Merci beaucoup, Monsieur l'Ambassadeur.
Thank you, Ambassador Cancela. The Director General of the World Trade Organization, Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, would have loved to participate in this event herself to be able to congratulate the winners of the 2022 Business Champions competition. On her behalf, I should like to thank all the prize winners and thank all of those who are participating in this award ceremony today. I know that we received a lot of very high quality proposals and that making the selection was not easy. Thank you to all the participants for your excellent submissions. And even if you are not selected this time around, I'm sure that you will still implement all those excellent projects. It's essential to help small and medium-sized businesses to ensure the transition towards a durable future, a sustainable future. These are part of ensuring the world economy, an integral part of our day-to-day life, and small and medium-sized businesses have products that we cannot do without. This project is therefore essential. Before we conclude, I'd like to thank the International Chamber of Commerce and the International Trade Center for their work with the MSME group here in the WTO. Once again, congratulations to the 4 champions, and we look forward to the implementation of your initiatives. I wish you all a very good evening. Thank you.
Merci beaucoup, Eloi.
Thank you, Eloi, for your kind words. And thank you, each and every one of you.